What's happening? We're back. This episode is with Tommy Boy because he's a blue, and we're going to talk about the controversial 10-point deduction for Everton. I'm a red me, so to be fair, like a few people have been going, like buzzing off. It's not funny though, really, is it? Because the biggest teams in the league should also be dealing with the same types of punishments in the sense like City have bought the league. Yeah. They've officially bought the league, and I'm not against City either. Fantastic squad, but they've bought the league, and then Chelsea have tried to just buy the best talent everywhere to fix their problem, and it hasn't worked. So how does that justify them not getting punished, but the team that's the bottom half of the table is getting punished?
Bought the treble, City. Can say that, lad.
You've got to look. I seen a video the other day. It's like a conspiracy. It was the Toffees on that podcast. Yeah. And he was saying that they had someone on. It was like they're doing it because they were trying to say it's like a government conspiracy related type of issue, that because we're putting back into Liverpool and they hate Liverpool, they've then had conversations with the people within the Premier League to try and alter, and that's what there's a couple of things behind it, which if you do think about it, like it's a conspiracy, but there's some valid points behind some of the issues and some of the comments. Obviously there's also some unvalid points, but you've got to look, again, it's a conspiracy, but it's an interesting, you've got to look at the bigger picture, lad, because I don't understand how you can be punished, but the other teams haven't been yet. And I get it, it's coming in due course, but what's their punishment going to be if they've spent well more than you did?
Exactly, yeah.
So what's your opinion on this then, Tom, lad, as you're a blue nose?
My opinion is just more like, I've been reading up about it. I've been looking on Sky, see what everyone's saying, and like, you know, you like the Jamie Callaghan, Tim Sherwood saying it's excessive and all stuff like that. For myself, thinking about it, I said the point straight away, and no one's actually disagreed on. Someone went to me, it's not about to do with anything to do with results.
Results, yeah.
You know, it's nothing to do with buying players to help you get better results. So I said, well, why are they taking results off us? And then if they're nothing to do with results, how come Burnley, Leicester, Leeds and Southampton argue that we stayed up because of it then, when it's nothing to do with results? Because results keep you up, and results give you Champions League, Europa League, win the league,
yeah,
go down. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with you, so to be honest.
None of that actually makes sense. And I feel like them clubs are just...
I didn't even know that's what was getting spoken about. Well, that's being getting said, yeah.
You know, I've heard there's not results, and I'm hearing loads of things, but obviously more to stadium. The fact that on Sky they were saying we lose over 105 million. We lost either 125 or 135. Can't remember off the top of my head. But you know, as they said on Sky, it was during COVID a lot of time that messes over, and they were talking to the Premier League about it for a good couple of years. And Usman, the Russian fella, had to go, and he was helping us out with money.
So you know, what are you getting on here then? You're saying that basically due to the fact that, you spent a lot of money, but because you didn't get any results out of it, which you didn't, because you struggled and nearly got relegated, you shouldn't be punished. Which or it should be a less punishment.
The saying to do with spends on the stadiums, the money for that. So that doesn't
come on now.
That doesn't make us stay up.
You can't be.
A stadium that we're not in, that isn't built yet. That doesn't make us stay up in Goodison Park.
You can't be saying.
You know what I mean? But
is that what they're saying? Yeah.
That's what's been going on. It's to do with the stadium. Everyone.
So now everyone they're bringing all sorts of silly issues into it now to try and make it a bigger thing than what it is. Like, if what are you saying before about them? There was 5 teams you mentioned. 2 of them were Leicester and Southampton. Am I right by saying that?
Leicester, Southampton.
So them teams are saying that they should be punished because that kept them up.
Apparently, cheated.
It didn't really keep them up, did it? Because at the end of the day, they struggled for about possibly 12 games straight.
Yeah.
And the fans were in turmoil. All my mates that were Blues were having breakdowns, mate. They were all up in fuss. You hated your manager, you loved your manager. It was nuts. Like it was mad. Like it was mad. But you can't be punished for because that's what the government's doing to us now. They punish the working class because we're surviving. Like that's all I see. Like so, what the big clubs that have got won everything don't get the same punishment because they're bringing attention to the league with the players and the money. It's not really fair, is it?
Exactly.
It's not though, is it?
It's like the
again, this is not actual factual information. This is just people having debates on the internet around the football. Like as in, like I said, like pundits, newscasters in the sense of sports newscasters and match of the day, people who've been on that type of thing. Like we're not just making this up. This is like an ongoing conversation. that's going on around football.
Exactly,
This is not just our opinions. We're taking
everyone's
other people's
talking.
opinions.
Everyone, I feel like everyone I've spoken to has been saying the same thing, and I've not had anyone disagree with me what I'm saying. A lot of things, the points I was saying, I think we've been messed over naturally with stuff. With the point I made about the Usman situation and the COVID situation, a lot of stuff could we have helped a lot of that.
Can I say something very
That
controversial
maybe
that
you can do,
you're gonna hate me for, but you do cry a lot, don't you? Like you do. You do play the victim a lot, being real. Like it's always, oh, we haven't had the money for this fees, we haven't had that. Now I understand it, I'm not against it. Like I'm not saying I'm not. Do you think that's halfway? Again, this is it's a controversial opinion. It's not my opinion. But do you think because of the complaining, like I've heard from all fans, oh, the league's fixed, the league's fixed, the league's fixed, that I used to get Everton and all that. That's all I've heard for 2 years since you've been struggling. But my thing beyond that is to think because now where you're actually in a situation where it's fucking well properly bang out of order, do you think people are just like, I can't be asked to listen to because you've tried about 15 other times?
We really understand that the league doesn't. Everton don't get spoken about enough with the bad decisions that they actually get, and
no, that's I agree. I'm not arguing that either.
You know, we've always said the league doesn't like us, and the league doesn't with all the decisions that it's given us.
No, I'm not. Again, I'm not against that myself personally. I do agree. I think, but
I personally don't think they like Everton.
They were against us too for a while, and I get now when we won the league, we won the Champions League. Things have changed a bit. I get it, but
I personally feel like the Premier League want us to go down.
Yeah, you are getting hated on. Like I'm not going to pull that away from you. Like to be 100% honest, like you have had some awful situations from the FA itself. It's our last. Like it is our last. As I said, that's not what I've just asked them. Then that's not me saying I think Everton. I'm just saying from a conversation from other people,
from on the internet and Twitter and all you hear, like
and a lot of bitter Reds and there's a lot of bitter Blues. We have equally amount of bitterness in both sides. So what I'm getting at is from a bitter point of view, which I've heard many people go, oh, well, they cry all the time about everything. And it's like, yeah, but you've got to understand the reason they cry is because no one fucking listens. They're listening now, it took a long time. And then obviously my spinning point was if you cry wolf that many times, which means if you keep going on about things, people start getting bored of you, which is unfair really because things should get listened to. You know what I mean?
We don't know what the Premier League's thinking. We can say so many things
very much, yeah.
We can say so many things that they're right. We can say so many things that are wrong. We're still not going to actually know.
Correct.
But
Correct.
For me again, just
sorry to interrupt you there, lads.
No, it's fine, lads.
I just wanted to make sure people didn't think that was my opinion because I'm not trying to cause no mad controversy.
I know what he's like. We watched the games together. We watched the derbies together. Don't we? We're not bitter. We just know football.
Yeah, we just enjoy it. We enjoy it, lads. It's as simple as that.
But like, look at the European Super League. Six clubs wanted out, and nothing happened. We only got like a fine split between them, and I mean,
that's a big thing.
Jamie Carragher said it himself. Yeah.
So you were asking us to get into it, weren't you? Yeah. When it like Real Madrid were going to go.
Yeah. Out of the Premier League was like Arsenal, Liverpool, City, United, and Chelsea maybe at that point. Was it Tottenham or
possibly? Yeah.
It was something like that. But
that was it again. He's right. He's right. They got a small fan for it.
They want to leave the league,
create their own league in a way. But it was more. It was more like the sick of being thumbed down by the organisation, which is the FA officials and the FIFA organisation in general, because there's a lot of corruption inside it. There is.
Yeah.
But he's very right. They only got a fan, and it's my own club there. Like if they done that, they'd probably get fucking a 3-point deduction. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not unlike.
You get something silly
you
like
look at coming up to one of the points. I think every Everton page and everyone's talking about it. It's the highest deduction, and you look at what some other teams have done.
It's ridiculous. Like,
it's actually an absolute joke.
What happened with Leicester? Didn't they get a point deduction? Was it Leicester or Wigan?
I know Middlesbrough.
It was Wigan, wasn't it?
Wigan, I think, might have, but I do know.
Wigan twice, I think they've had point deductions twice.
No, Portsmouth 9 for administration, 9 points, and then I think Middlesbrough for not doing the fiction. Then it was like United and Arsenal brawling, got 2 one got 1 point, one got 2 off them. But I feel like maybe it's a
10-point deduction.
Yeah,
oh, well.
I've heard so many. I've had a conversation with people. Someone saying, a lad I live with said maybe the Premier League think you're still staying up and they're trying to make themselves not look like the bad guys because you still stay up and they'll look good to say we're trying to punish people because you didn't go down. Nah. They don't look like the bad guy. If you go down off it, they'll look like the bad people. They're trying to cover themselves. It's like, oh no, we do this. But are they trying to cover up with some of the stuff with Man City and Chelsea have done? Because for me, how Chelsea got that Caicedo deal and they've spent £1 billion as well doesn't make sense to me.
What was it, a 7-year contract?
8 year, wasn't it?
What are you on
but
about
when's that come out the books?
I'll be honest,
bid, they need the exact amount they could for them.
Yeah.
And then he goes there.
Get on this then, and this blows my mind. So when the fuck did the rules altered to when you can offer people 8-year contracts? It was a maximum 5. It used to be a maximum 5 years at a time was a deal. Where's this 8-year shit come from? Like, that's ridiculous. You're fucking the game up. You're well and truly ruining football, and all you're asked about is money. You greedy bastards. Money. Like you're ruining the game. We are the fans. We support. We you know what I mean? We're the ones paying for Sky to watch the match. We're the ones fucking paying for tickets to go to the match.
Yeah.
And you aren't supporting the fans or listening to the fans' decision. You wouldn't have a fucking organisation without the fans paying the money for it. You fucking idiots.
What I will say,
you need to start like. I'll be sounding like an idiot and sounding a bit like effing bland. I'm not even swearing, like, because that doesn't get me point across. My reasons are, if you're not going to support or listen to the opinions of the people that fund your organisation, it's going to get to a point where they rebel and stop going to matches.
Yeah, exactly. And football won't be the same.
Listen, lads, if we all took a standstill and one weekend, all of us didn't go to a ground for a match, do you know how much money they'd lose? The whole FA.
Lads,
and I know your teams would lose money too, but the FA would lose more.
Yeah, exactly. I think what I will say, you might say, obviously, you probably know more Liverpool fans than I do, being a vet yourself.
Yeah.
For me, I'll say, every conversation I've had with Liverpool fan, fair enough, they've all said the same word, agree with me, and they've all stuck up. Even if they said, if you've done something and maybe you deserve something, they think the 10-point deduction still is stupid. Why can't you say to the likes of I'm made up, we've signed the likes of James Garner, he's a great young player, we love him, but why couldn't he say you can only get him on loan, you can't buy him? Why didn't he say like a better award, the likes of Yusuf Chimeti, someone along those lines? But looking at the bigger picture itself, Everton were in communication with the Premier League over it for the past couple of seasons anyway.
Yeah.
And what makes me laugh with the other clubs arguing it, Burnley, Leeds, Leicester, Southampton, Burnley back in the Premier League, and it's happening to us at a time when Leeds, Southampton and Leicester aren't even in the Premier League. So it's not even going to... If it was a time when Leeds, Leicester and all that were in the Premier League, and then they deducted us and then they would have stayed up, there's their argument then.
It is.
But if they're not in the Premier League anyway, how's that going to help them? If we stay up and they come up anyway, and then even with the 10-point deduction it's forgotten about, what was the point in it then if it's coming from them?
Yeah, that's true.
There's no point in it. It's just the league trying to look like Mr. Big Balls to me. That's what I personally think.
It's because their hands being forced to make a decision, and they've had to make it. Obviously, give some sort of form of punishment due to because they've mentioned it. But if they're getting punished, then what's going to happen to Chelsea and what's going to happen to City? And who's the fourth club? The City, Chelsea, yourselves, and there's one more club that because I don't think it's Liverpool.
Don't know. Won't surprise me if it's like Man United or something.
There's someone else.
Won't surprise me if it's like someone.
I could be wrong, but I'm sure there's 4 clubs.
Won't surprise me.
I'm sure of it, but I could be wrong, and I can't be. But there's definitely 3, and I'm sure there's 4. So what's going to happen to the other 2 or 3 clubs then? If you've got a 10-point deduction,
I don't think anything.
I seen something on the internet that said
or City got like a 3-point deduction
if Everton
in the league.
Well, that's what they said. They said if Everton gets a 10-point deduction, then City or Chelsea.
Everyone's saying the same. Chelsea and City. I'm not even trying to like.
And I'm not. We're not trying.
We're not against. We're not for it. We're not for Chelsea or City.
Yeah, we're not against them. We're not for them.
I've never been against them. I'm just looking at the one move for one move for everyone else.
If you put the 2 things together, they've spent a lot more money and broke the financial fair play rules.
Then Chelsea only get a transfer ban when something like that happens.
Man, yeah.
Only got and that helped them out as well. You know, why? If they done that to us,
we couldn't spend money last season. Was it last season? Or the
but
season before?
Everton, to be fair, Everton were talking to the Premier League about it, and Everton were reduced to how much they can who they can buy and who they can get rid of.
That's the thing.
We were already dealing it with them. We were already getting punished for it.
The punishment. That's what I don't understand.
I think because all these other clubs have came in, and as Jamie Carragher once said,
they've been forced to make a decision.
I think Carragher, the way he's been about it, he's a scouser and all this. He's a blue as a kid.
He's very unbiased, lads.
But he still won the Champions League and won a lot of things for Liverpool. He played for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool man still.
100%. Lads, for Everton, Liverpool, he's unbiased like he is. He's a red now. But I mean, do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
He doesn't have a horrible opinion.
So he doesn't have to pipe up and say anything. He said something straight away about City 114 more charges. But I think coming back a couple of years ago, just before we even had Sean Dyche as a manager, on Monday Night Football or something like that, he was talking about it. He said every Premier League club knows Machete and the board at Everton are the weakest, so they all get at them for bigger deals, less of contracts, stuff like that. And now this is where it's dragging into it as well. This is where it's coming into play. The clubs know, and the Premier League know themselves, that Everton's the biggest target in the Premier League. It's the biggest target in the Premier League.
You won't be after this, will you? And you won't be when you get into your new ground either.
Yeah, and I think the fan base have done.
You've got a strong fan base.
The thing with Everton fans, we all know football, and I will say that we all do know football. We love football. We know it.
I'm not arguing that. I agree with you.
It's one of the. You look at Liverpool, the city itself.
We all enjoy
mix
football.
It's
a like,
blues and reds. It's a big mix.
Love it,
it's sports, like our life and our culture, isn't it? Like if you could describe Liverpool of having its own religion or culture, it's sports and it's football and stuff like that.
The main two things was when we were growing up was boxing and footy.
Yeah, exactly.
It was footy first, then boxing.
Exactly.
Like, everyone grew up kicking a ball, and then when you got to your teenage years, you started going to boxing. Maybe like 10, 11, you started going then. But obviously now, it's
music now as well. You know, it's all stuff
music
like
was
that.
quite big. Music's always been big, I suppose. That's another big thing. And then MMA is now a new sport that's taken over for the kids.
As well. But how many of them follow football as well?
Every one of them.
Literally.
Well, I'd say majority of them.
Majority do, definitely do.
100%. If they're from the northwest, lad, they should know the business about the footy in general. That's my opinion on that.
100%. I think it's
Do you think anything's actually going to happen though to them? To the other two, to Chelsea and City?
No,
do you think anything's going to happen?
I don't think. Or if anything, it'll be like a 2-point deduction or something like that, or where they'll come up with something stupid like where City. They'll come up with something like City and Chelsea aren't allowed in the Carabao Cup, something stupid like that where they're not bothered about anyway.
You're probably right.
It'll be something stupid, or I don't know, but less pies in the ground for them to eat, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It'll be if they do, it'll be something ridiculous. And everyone said that. I like what Tim Sherwood said. He said, "I'm not saying that nothing should happen because they have broken the rule, but 10 points, come on." That's it.
That is right. That's very right.
Compared to what?
If
got to be something else
there.
And
a 10-point deduction for what they've done, and I'm not being funny, but you can say that they broke the FSP, but they're not exactly a rich club, are they? Yet they got some good backing. But
how long
did we have? How
long did we have Cam Wright for anyway?
And he got legged then, didn't he?
No, he was still there, and then not long ago, and then obviously sadly passed away. Cam Wright, but
I'm not Ken Wright. I thought it's the way you said it.
But with Machete,
that's the one I'm on about.
He didn't cut. What's going on now? The middle of the 7-7 pounders, Machete. Now looks like he's still there. Looks like he's gone. Looks like it's the 7-7 pounders. But what's going on? No one actually knows the story of that properly.
So it's all up in.
No, I wouldn't even say. My mate asked me to say. Said it's supposed to be 7-7 partners, but I say that Machete's turning up to Goodman's Park like it's. Like he's still there, do you know what I mean?
So
he's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be 7-7 partners, the new owners of that.
Okay, I see.
That's what's supposed. I say supposed to be because I don't know properly because there's too much stories and articles to read, which you never know which is true. One thing I'd say, I spoke to my dad about on the phone today. He went, I made up with Pickford, just turned around to the press of the England game, going, I wonder what you want to talk to me about. I'm not talking to them, and just walked away. And he said, don't believe any of the journalists and stuff like that, because you don't know what's actually going on. You never will know.
Speaking of Pickford, I watched the video of them all getting on the coach yesterday, and he was like, what you brew, what are you drinking? And he's the only one that had a cup of tea. He's the only one that had a cup of tea out of everyone. Everyone else on a coffee's or hot chocolate and stuff on it, hot chocolate, and he just had a proper brew, PG.
Proper Sunderland.
What he said? The tea bags. I think he said Yorkshire, 2 sugar, dead milky. That's what he said. And I was like, that's a proper Englishman. That's
a legend.
That's a proper Englishman. That he knows how to have a tea. I like them a little bit golden brown. No, I like a bit of milk, but not too much milk. Do you know what I mean? But I don't have sugar anymore.
Not sugar with tea, me no.
I don't have sugar in my tea.
I have a bit of milk, like, but not sugar.
I used to
a bit of milk.
It's because my nan, lad, to be honest, my nan, I used to never put sugar in my tea, and so I used to drink it. And then when went to my other nans and I had a sugar in my tea, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. Started getting into it.
No, what I will say, I want Pickford to watch, and I want to have a cup of tea with Pickford.
Yeah, that'd be sick, that.
Jordan, lads, come on.
Listen, I'll get the game on and that, lads. I'll get the fucking...
Come and join us and Bootle, lads. Let's have a blue.
The Yorkshires
Let's have a Bootle blue, lad,
innit? Get to the fucking...
Blue from Bootle, go ahead.
Forget that I don't even, we can't watch a match if he's playing, innit, Bell?
After the game, we can have one, lads.
You know it. Hop round, lads. We'll have a nice fucking couple, lads, and a chat.
Yeah.
We'll let you fill Tom in because he wants to really know what's going on behind closed doors, lad. He's desperate to know. You're hard, aren't you, lad?
But with the cup of tea or the financial fair play stuff.
Bit of both. Why 2 sugars? Tom's thinking. Why 2 sugars, Jordan?
That's why not thinking, lad, yeah.
Why not just half a sugar, lad? You're sweet enough. That's what Tom's thinking.
Of course, his sage is sweet enough, lad, isn't he?
He's good, lad. I like Pickford.
There's Joe back sweet enough, lad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. We used to. Everyone calls him obviously the ongoing joke of T-Rex arms. And I was just like, doesn't make any sense.
A T-Rex should still kill you all, though, you know what I mean?
Well, that too, but lad, he's still, how has he got, he's like 6 foot fucking something, lad. Like,
yeah, he's bigger than Cassius, he was one of the best goalkeepers out there, lad.
I didn't even think he was as big as he was till I seen him on that video. I was like, Jesus Christ, lad,
he's tall. His arse looks big. Thickford.
His arse, Thickford. Man, you got cheeks, boy.
Jordan Thickford's got his arse, lad. That's what it is about him. That's the only big part of his body. On TV, that looks like the only big part of his body.
Thickford, bro. My man's got cheeks. I'm clipping this to post, and someone get this to Pickford, lad.
Come on, you got him.
He's saying he's got cheeks. He's saying you've got an absolute bundle, lad. That's what
and
he's saying.
We want a cup of tea with you, lad, isn't it?
And he wants a cup of tea with you. I'm going to clip this last minute and a half out. I'm going to put it out. Someone get that. Tom reckons Jordan Pickford's got absolute cheeks.
The only big part of his body on the TV is his ass. The only thing, lad.
It's his hammies, that lad, because he's fucking used to doing all that diving.
Glutes, lad, isn't he?
This was glutes, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's looking on his ass. He's back on his bum cheeks again. I think I want to wrap this up before it gets too Pickford personal. Let's get off the Pickford subject. But nah, just to wrap this up anyway, as I said, I think it's bang out of order what they did to Everton, because it's a shambles. You can't be taking 10 points off a team that's just starting to sprout again. Yeah. They just got out of the darkness they've been in, and they're starting really to do well.
To pick up.
I'm enjoying watching you play. Like I used to watch you anyway. If you're on the telly, I'll watch
Everton again. It's like we're starting to become Everton again. It's like Everton's at the top of the ladder and they're just climbing it, and then now the Premier League have just pushed the window cleaner off the thing, so they can't. You know what I mean? Like, imagine the window cleaner going to the top window and there's someone pushing them from the other window. That's what the Premier League is like. The Premier League are pushing them from the other window to reach there. Everton getting back up there. The Premier League was just trying to get them down, lad.
I'm sat there pitching at him, yeah, like, yeah, man, I'm on you.
Imagine wearing the Everton top, lad, someone wearing the Premier League shirt, lad. We're getting back to our way, being Everton, where we should be, climbing up the table.
It's gotten to it, but you've got good side, you've got
playing good football and winning good games.
That other kid, Danjuma, he's decent as well. Is that his name, isn't it?
Danjuma, yeah.
What did you just say? And what's trying to shut you down? What did you say is trying to shut you down? Because you started smirking and I didn't hear it.
So
I said about Danjuma and you were laughing at me, and then so what did you say?
I was laughing at what I said before.
Oh, you're a dope.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, you've got that Beto, decent. You've got Danjuma, he's decent. Like, lad, you've got some good players coming through, lad. I still can't get over. Do you know what baffles my head? And I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna actually end on this as well. Rafa the agent coming, getting rid of fucking Digny, whatever the fuck is now.
Luca Dean, yeah.
Luca Dean.
Yeah.
Wow. He was your best player. He was your best player. By far, no, he was consistently, and I don't mean this like
got rid of
at the time. It was out of him or Richarlison, because you still have Richarlison, then, didn't you?
Yeah, for me.
No, can I just interrupt you?
Yeah, go on.
He, stats wise, in that season was like the second or third best in the league. How the fuck did you get rid of that? How did that was? I don't know if that was accepted. It makes no sense, no logical sense whatsoever.
The point of that there, because Ancelotti went and Benitez came in, didn't like it. Rodriguez went, and I think the Ancelotti situation didn't help the club out from where they are now.
He was an agent as well.
They had to pay all them off, lads. He give him a big contract, big money. He leaves like that. He has to pay him to leave as well. That didn't help our club.
You've got to look at this as well. So that's a lot of money out, but then the next part you've got to take into consideration is the fact that that's not a nice thing to do. You come to a club, you half leave them in a bit of despair and then fuck off when you get off at the Real Madrid job. That's a rat tactic, lad. And Carlo, you're a belter manager, lad, but that's a fucking snake move, mate. Like, you just bailed, you left them in dire straits, and then the agent comes in and fucks the club up even worse. And do you know what? I thought Rafa was alright if you give him time, but the way he was managing the man on the pitch, and it didn't work for Everton. It just didn't. He was not the right man for the job. But Dice, I personally think he's fantastic.
Do you know what? I think Dice should be really good because
I like him.
I think anyway, if we didn't have this 10-point deduction, we could have got Europa League with Dice.
Look what he's done with any of the team he's been in, lad.
He gets them out of shit,
lad. He gets them out of the dark spots, lad.
I think, as someone said, Simchiel, I think said himself, or someone on Sky said, Sean Dyche is the man for this.
He is,
you think they're trying to get everything here, Sean Dyche, this is fitting to Sean Dyche hands, this.
This is what annoys me, Tom.
And he was doing great anyway.
Have you heard this? You're off. See you later. This is what it does me head. And I've heard blues when you've lost a game or you get a draw out of a game and you should have won, or you lose 1-0 because of a shit defending. You straight away point the finger to your manager. Oh, he needs to get fucked off him. Like, what are you on about? Who are you going to get to replace him? And this is me talking to not you. All them mad bitter Everton fans that just have a weird opinion after one game. Same for United fans, they're exactly the same. Saying fucking the manager needs to go in there. Who else are you going to get? Fucking sort your heads out.
The man for Everton was Sean Dyche.
He is,
simple
lads.
as that. Everyone knew when he came in. And even getting better without this temporary induction getting better, he's still the man for that job.
Ferguson, lad, you should have put Ferguson as a temporary manager instead of Benitez. Duncan, 100%. You should have, because I don't know what it does, but he does magic for them. Every time he takes over as a temporary role, the players play for him. They do want to perform. You should have given him the temporary role, and then you should have obviously waited for someone, and you got Dyche. That was the perfect decision to do instead of jumping in an area. You shouldn't even let Ancelotti in. You should have fucking just let Ferguson take the rest of the season. It never made sense to me, and I'm made up. He fucked off, and he's went managing someone now, hasn't he?
He went to Forest Green, but I don't think it worked out.
Not worked out for him. Is he back with you or what?
No.
He needed to go and let his wings loose, because he was just stuck down to a club he loved, but he didn't, in my eyes,
he could do well, I think.
The players and the staff, in a sense of, and then the fans, they loved him. But the higher management, mate, I don't think they respected him enough, lads. They didn't trust him. How can you not trust someone who literally didn't get 4 good results when he took over that one time?
Yeah.
What are you on about? It's literally the proofs on the paper. You think I'm a blue? You think I'm a blue? I'm fucking not. It just, certain things don't make sense to me. It just doesn't. It's just the way it is. Do you know what I mean? Some things will never make sense in that sense, but that's for you to tie up because you're the Everton fan, you're not.
Exactly. It's like the world against Everton. That's how we felt first, but now looking at it,
we're also
everyone I've spoke to. I know I'm only been in Liverpool since it.
No, but even on the internet, I've seen a lot of people that support you.
Stuck up for us and fair enough, fair play.
It's about time though that we see through the bullshit and we start supporting the teams that need it. See you later.
It's about time, isn't it?
Because at the end of the day, you don't. Why should a team be punished when they're trying to get out the struggle? It's like, and I'm going to use the same analogy I did before. Why did the government want to further our struggle as a working class person, and why did the Premier League want to further the struggle to the working class teams? Like, I get Liverpool as a working class team. We've got more money and we've got a better management system in place. So, like, I know half the Premier League from working class background teams, but they're not. In my eyes, what I'm on about calibre, where the top 6 or the top 8 are classed as the rich.
I'd say Liverpool are working class.
No, but I'm talking money statues. If you want to look at it, putting it in the table, the top 6 are the rich. The next 8 are like what we would call middle class, which there isn't one anymore. And then the bottom are the working class. And I'm not saying them teams are. I'm saying that's the way the table of the way I view the hierarchy in money, not in actual teams. Because Liverpool, we're working class. Fucking Burnley are working class. All them types of teams. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle working class. Like, that's what I'm saying. But money wise, right now, Newcastle are rich, boy. They're rich. They're like fucking swimming in pound coins and that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Geordies are living a life of luxury.
They're fucking doing brilliant, but you've got
to play.
Look. So what? It feels like the Premier League are just trying to hurt the working. So the Premier League are the rich, and they're trying to hurt the working class, which are the bottom 8 teams in my eyes, bottom 6 teams. And they are continuing to do it. They are, and it's about money, right? Because they don't generate the money in. But it's a joke. It's a joke because they still generate money. And then you've got to look at my analogy there is, I'm trying to put it into perspective. The government likes to keep us down, and you've got to be a robot and follow rules and do this, get a job, pay tax, blah blah blah. It's the same with them. If they don't abide by their rules because you're in the bottom 6 or bottom 8 and you're not making enough money for the Premier League, then they hinder you with worse punishments. Do you get what I'm getting at? That and it's a weird analogy. I do understand that, but from my criminological brain, that's the analogy that it gave me. And
he knows that stuff.
Yeah, honestly, it just feels like it's always the people at the top wanting to punish the people at the bottom, and that was my analogy there. And it happens in any sense. I've just give you a valid
any walk of life gets that.
Even in like the rich games, like look at like other things that you can look at anything else and put into perspective. Same with like, I'm not even going to touch on it because it's American and like NFL for instance.
Yeah,
the big teams always get the better players, lad. It's no matter what type of sport you go into, the big teams will always get the better talent, and it's a joke because
money talks,
and it doesn't necessarily mean they're the right club for them. I've seen so many big players go to bigger clubs instead of going to one that's like mediocre, will to play every week just to sit on the bench. What the fuck's the point? Yeah, you're on more money, but you're not playing. Thought you loved football. What's the point in going to a team to sit on a bench?
Do you know I'll say to that? The only man I know, I don't know personally, I'm not saying I know this man personally, the only man that dared to not do that was Jude Bellingham when he was close to going to Man United, and he said to Man United, that, you know, I want to keep improving. I want to play, I want to keep improving. He goes to Dortmund, and look at him now. It's like, Jude, I'll have a cup of tea with you as well, lad.
Depends, lad. You can have a coffee if you want one. I don't know what type of guy you are, but we're assuming you're like a good Yorkshire tea, lad.
Yeah.
Because PG tips have fell off. Don't even know I'm going to get into
us two, Bellingham and Pickford. Like the Fantastic Four in the cup of tea, basically.
I want to brew with Stevie G. If we're putting off fucking requests, like, Stevie, get on me, lad. I'll fly over and have a cup of tea with you, lad. You know what I mean? I'll get over to Saudi, lad, and have a brew with you, son. Not a problem. Just give me the thumbs up, son.
They say anything in life is possible, lad.
It is. Anything is
possible. Don't count your chickens as well, but anything's possible, so.
No sugar though, right? To make sure you got the Yorkshires in there. Actually, no, where you are, lad, Saudi, and that they've got the best teas in the world, brother. The best coffees and they've got the best, lad, all
best honey, the best sugar, everything, lad. Everything you need.
No, but seriously, like for coffees and teas, bro, we ship it from all like Middle Eastern countries, China and stuff like that. So that's where the good stuff comes from, the expensive stuff anyway. So how about I'll get to you, you can pick the selection that's brew, and we'll have a brew.
There we go, lad.
Sorted. We want to wrap it up there.
Gotta leave on that note, haven't we?
We actually have, because that was a funny one. And as I said, Everton have been done dirty, and hopefully we see actual change within the league going forward.
Love our fans, mate. Every fans reacted great and all the players.
Yeah, unbelievable. As I said, I'm a Red, and I'm doing a podcast about Everton, so that goes to show how much I disapproved of the whole 10-point deduction myself personally. So that's just my opinion on it. That's his opinion as a fan from, you know, Blue Nose FC. But it is the Toffees, lad. The Toffees are always beat the People's Club, is what they say, lad. And they are.
That's another point.
But you're getting supported by the people now, and you didn't used to be. So we're all proud.
Everything we've done, everything the People's Club's done, and we get this, lad. Give so much to the communities, and this is what we get. Done stuff they've done. Bill Kenwright give money to.
I remember I used to go to the youth in
stuff for Hillsborough. The young little Bradley Lally who sadly passed away. Done loads of stuff for that. There's loads of stuff for in Everton in the community, and then we get this.
That's what I used to go to, Everton in the community.
We just get this, lads. We do the most probably out of every other club, and we get this. But
it is what it is. As I said, we can only have an opinion. It doesn't mean anything. Probably not going to change anything, but we're going to do it anyway.
Not do something about it.
I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you next week.
As I said, thank you.
Like and subscribe. Do it, because I'm gonna definitely do a giveaway. When we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm gonna do a mystery giveaway. Don't know what it's gonna be yet. I'm gonna think of something close to the time.
But you've got stuff to give away, lad. Anyway, so
there's all sorts of stuff. No, but even if it's just like a little fucking gift, 50 quid gift card for somewhere, or it's like, I don't know, and see what happens. We will see what happens. Could be an aftershave set. Could be something silly. Could be something. Could be whatever. It could be a mystery box. Whatever. There's gonna be a giveaway at 1,000 subs on YouTube, because man needs to generate that traffic on YouTube. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to sit and lie to you. So the giveaway is there. Like and subscribe, and you'll have to send the proof to either the TikTok account or the Insta account. And when we get 1,000 followers on YouTube, I'll get someone to pick a random person and record it, and we'll put it out.
Just follow the pod, and you're just gonna get real people talking of your stuff.
100%. Well, I'm
no rubbish stuff, lad.
No shite. And we're probably gonna get a bit more vlog type stuff going as well in a few months, when we start getting ourselves a bit more out there, like, because we've got a few little stupid things planned, like even daft little footy videos, and like when it gets a bit warmer, and then like even little silly ones, we go on holiday, we'll do vlogs when we go on holiday, and that, like, we'll just do silly stuff.
Just thinking about how good Portugal is compared to what we can do.
That's it. It's just tune in, as I said, like, subscribe, send the proof to the Insta or the TikTok. It's Nan's Kitchen Podcast or Nan's Kitchen Pod. And when we hit 1K sub on YouTube, there'll be a giveaway. So tune in. Appreciate it, guys.